Poster, my life is with a 6-year-old son who's going to be 7 in a couple of months, and I didn't want him to be 7. I always wanted him to be like 3 months, and when he was 3 months, I always wanted him to be 6 months, and of course, there's nothing you can do about it. He went to kindergarten last year, and I was comfortable with kindergarten because I just thought, well, kindergarten is kindergarten, and who cares? But now, as we're approaching first grade, I could see that this trend was inevitable. First grade, second grade, on and on and on. So I wanted to do a lot of things with him toward the end of the summer, and he said, let's go for an overnight pack trip. And I said, okay, let's do that. So we got horses, and he and I went up a hill, and we got an overnight pack trip. And I took my dog. I recently acquired a dog. He's a Boston plumber. No, he's a yellow lab, combination yellow lab and crime lab. And the reason I mentioned my dog is we're all very proud of him. He killed this first mountain lion on the trip. So when we get up there, and it's delightful. It's everything you would hope for, you and your son. It was one of those experiences that is why Hallmark is still in business. It's tremendous. And he's so excited, and we're sitting around the campfire, and it's dark, and he says to me, Dad, is it time to cuddle up? Is it time to cuddle up?
Aww.
And I thought, oh my God, it's just breaking my heart. There's this little 6-year-old Alma, going to be 7. He's going off to school, and he still says to his dad, is it time to cuddle up? And I'm telling you, if your parents or your kids, but you can understand how that just melts you. So I said, yes, by God, it's time to cuddle up. So the trip was a huge success. Now we're coming back from the trip, and we're driving home from the airport a few days later, and he says to me, Dad, you get off the highway. I said, yeah, I know, I'm sick of driving on the highway. Let's go to the back roads. They're more entertaining, they're more interesting, and besides, I'm sick of driving on the highway. And he says, yeah, but this way's longer. And I said, I know it's longer, but I don't care. I'm driving, I want to go this way. And he said, no, you got to get back on the highway. I said, I'm not getting back on the highway. He says, you better get back on the highway. And I said, well, what will happen if I don't get back on the highway? He says, if you don't get back on the highway, I will never speak to you again as long as I live. I said, what happened to little Mr. I want to cuddle up? Where is that guy? So I said, Huff, does it seem to you like we argue more and more than we ever used to? And he said, yeah, it kind of seems like we argue. And I said, what do you suppose that is? And he said, well, I think it's just a phase. So a week ago today, he starts grade school, first grade, big time stuff. And I'm a wreck. I can't stand it. I'm a wreck, but you got to get through it. So we get through it, and he's fine. He doesn't care. And we're sitting there at lunch after school, and I said, well, I said, Huff, honestly, again, you look like a first grader now. I said, last year you looked like a kindergartner. This year you look like a first grader. And he says, oh, thanks. And I said, and what a coincidence. Today you started the first grade, and I started the 7th grade. He said, really? And I said, yes, I did. And he said, well, you don't look like a first grader or a 7th grader. And I said, I don't look like a 7th grader? No. So what do I look like to you? He says, yeah, you look like a really old man. And by God, that's exactly how I feel here tonight. People say, why do you go back and do things like this at Ball State? And I said, well, it's easy. This is what happens when you default on your student loan. The last time well, not the last time, but when I was a student here, I had a road production. It was a big, Broadway road production, Fiddler on the Roof. And I think for your tuition, we got tickets to come and see everything that was in the auditorium there. So that was pretty exciting. So everybody packed in to see Fiddler on the Roof. And I'll never forget this during intermission, all through the auditorium and out in the lobby and up in the balcony, you could hear people saying, I think it's about Jewish people. But we had events like this when I was an undergraduate, and things were different. I mean, we had a big thing like this, and a lot of folks, it was for the guy who invented the clapper. Oh, what a mistake. Where's the chirp guy? I want to introduce our guest tonight. I am stunned and happy he's here. I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is not the first time I will be the most ignorant person in the room. You hear stories about the people who go to work for a company like Google, and then they decide that that's it, they're going to be set for the rest of their life. Well, this guy went to work for Google and said, well, you know what, these guys are slowing me down. He's one of those guys. These people here at Google, they're slowing me down. So he and a buddy leave in 2007, and they co-founded Twitter. Now, I want to tell you something, how dumb I am. I got very excited when I heard about this event, because I thought that these guys co-founded Hooters. Three years later, there are nearly 150 million Twitter subscribers on every corner of the planet. He and his partner turned down, listen to this, turned down $500 million to sell their company. Turned down $500 million to sell the company. In the 3 years Twitter has existed, he's been named Entrepreneur of the Decade by Inc. magazine. He's among Time magazine's 100 most influential people. And just this month, Vanity Fair named he and his partner one of its 10 most influential people. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been in broadcasting for 40 years. None of these things have ever been said about me. I hope you understand the kind of commitment that this man has made by being here. And he didn't just show up, he showed up and participated and is having a wonderful time and enjoying the hospitality of this great university. Do me a favor, please welcome Dave Stone.